Welcome back to this Football Manager 2020 Let's Play series with Red Bull Salzburg. In today's episode, we're going to be playing our first Champions League match. It's against Borussia Dortmund. We've got a tough old group. We're in Group B. We've got Barcelona, Dortmund and Atalanta. We were in the third pot, I think. So Barcelona and Dortmund came out first, then we came out. It's brilliant that Salzburg have automatically qualified for the Champions League this season, though. I suppose Atalanta is the team that we should be hoping that we can get some positive results against. It's unlikely that we'll qualify, but if we finish third, of course, we drop into the Europa League, and that's a winnable competition, I feel. But you never know. Dortmund aren't quite as strong as they were, and Barcelona, of course, aren't quite as strong as they were, but the Messi factor, it's unlikely. Oh, thank you to everyone that has given me information about the club, about Austrian football in particular. This wonderful human being has lots of bullet points there. Thank you. It's very useful. Everyone that has helped with a bit of info, background info about the club. Of course, you can't always find everything online. It often involves a fan having to tell you a few bits and pieces in this sort of detail level, which really does help. So thank you to anyone that has offered me some advice. Anyway, we have got off to a cracking start to life in the Austrian Bundesliga. As you can see, we've won every single game this season, which is what I kind of would expect. But considering, the issues with the clear-cut chances one-on-ones, it's very frustrating at times. We are having to rely on shots from outside the box, penalties, corners, free kicks, etc. Anyway, Haaland has got 5 goals this season in the league, 7 in all competitions. He is our top goal scorer, which is great to see. We're currently 5 points clear of Rapid Vienna, who I feel will probably be our biggest challenger. Apparently this team, the team expected to finish second, but we've beaten both of them. Of course, 2-1 win against Lask in the last episode. We beat Austria Vienna 3-0. We beat Rapid Vienna 1-0 thanks to Haaland. Mattersburg, we beat them 3-0, a penalty and a goal from open play from Haaland. Junazovic scored in injury time, and then 2 1-0 wins. We've ground out the results in the last couple of games. Now, I did put out a weaker team against Wolfsberger because of this Champions League game. It made sense. We're away from home. We're flying over to Germany, flying over to Dortmund, to a magnificent stadium in front of, was it like 70,000 people, 75,000? It's huge, isn't it? It's massive. So this is the team I'm going with. I think it's my strongest looking team. Stankovic in goal, our usual back four of Christensen, Onguene, Vauci and Voba. Ramalho, the Brazilian, and changed him to being a half-back. I think that's working quite nicely. We've still got Dominic playing as the Carolero. He seems to do alright in that role. Some people saying I should play him as an attacking midfielder. Minamino's not working in this role. I've tried various things. I've tried playmaker, attacking midfielder, trequartista. He would rather play out wide. But this tactic, this formation is working better than the other one, or it seems to be. So that's why I've gone with this. The transfer window's closed. I've not signed anyone for the time being. However, these are all the transfers over the summer. But there is a player coming in. But it's reliant on me playing until 2021, which I might not. I might only do one season. It's actually halfway through the second season that he will join. He's a Uruguayan. I think he's a wonder kid. I'm not sure he's described as a wonder kid, but he's only 16 and he looks phenomenal, really well rounded. Now, I spotted this guy on Twitter. I think it was Merigido that actually tweeted him out, and it's a bit cheeky to just sort of go and look for these players that way, but it's the beta and you guys probably want to see wonder kids and players coming in. I've not signed anyone for this particular season, but he's someone maybe to look forward to if this series lasts 2 or 3 seasons. But he does look incredible, so I would highly recommend signing him, even though I have no idea how he performs, but he just looks insane for a 16-year-old. So Matthias Arezzo, top tip, go and find him. He's cost me £1 million, which is a bargain for someone like him. He will join a sort of team like Salzburg, I suppose, but he'll probably join a lower Premier League team or Championship team even, I would imagine. Anyway, shall we get on with this match? Let's have a quick look at this Dortmund team then. Pekka Alcacer up front, who is pretty deadly in front of goal, isn't he? I mean, last year, did he join Dortmund last season? On loan, and now he's permanently joined them. I've still got the old face pack, so he's in a Barcelona shirt. Jadon Sancho, everyone knows about him. Wonder kid on the right-hand side, incredible player. Marco Reus, Dortmund legend, he's 30 years old now. Bit injury prone, but he seems to be back to his best. Julian Brandt on the left, really good German international. Axel Witsel, incredible central midfielder. I always used to think about Witsel, what does he actually do? But in the last 2 or 3 years, I've realised the quality that he possesses. He was really good for Belgium at the World Cup, really good for Dortmund last season. He is just a really well-rounded central midfielder. So they've got some quality players. Mats Hummels, another legend of German football. Swiss international Kanji on the left. Rafael Guerreiro. Portuguese left back. Yeah, I remember him. And in goal, Berkey, Swiss international. They're a lot stronger than us. I feel like having a high defensive line will work because we know what... Unless they've been fixed overnight, then I don't know. Maybe there's been an update, but we know one-on-ones don't work. So if they just knock it long over our defence, I'm hoping that every single attempt will either be saved by Stankovic or missed. I've noticed one-on-ones are scored when a player is offside. Every single time they are offside, one-on-one with the keeper, they score. Every time they're onside, they don't score. It doesn't make much difference, really, being offside or onside, about finding the back of the net. Like, if they don't know that they're offside, you know what I mean there. Anyway, this is a boring game so far. Half an hour in, it suits me, I must say. 0-0. But here come Dortmund. First highlight of the game. It's that way. There's a lot of crossfield balls I've noticed as well. And wait a second. Sancho appears to have the wrong ethnicity. Good defending. Christensen knocks it over the top, but it's going to be missed. It's 1-on-1. He-Chan. See. It really is frustrating. I just desperately hope they fix this issue. Because I've not seen a single 1-on-1 clear-cut chance finished. It's just ridiculous at the moment. It really is very frustrating. If it's outside the box 1-on-1 and, you know, a long way out and a player's shooting, I think it would possibly go in. But these situations... Well, this one might be okay because it might be crossed in. He-Chan. Back to Voba. All the way back to our centre-back. Also, the frame rate's a bit iffy with on the high graphic settings. It's nothing to do with the computer. It's something to do with the game. So it's not perfect at the moment. Royce scores. What a finish. What a finish. See, that wasn't 1-on-1, was it? We had defenders getting back. But it's from the edge of the box. Unlucky. I mean, we've been okay in this game. Here's Romagnoli. Great ball to Christensen. Christensen crosses it in. And it's headed on, and it's in from Voba, our left back. Second goal of the season for him. He's headed it from the edge of the box. How has that got in? It's all these bizarre goals that are going in. Goals that you wouldn't expect. It's a delightful ball by Romagnoli. Christensen then crossed it in. And Voba, on the edge of the box, headed it into the bottom right-hand corner. Perhaps it's just... I know a lot of people are having problems with the 1-on-1, so it's not just my save. It's not just this... But we have to remember it's the beta. Remember, if you find anything major, report it on the Sports Interactive forums, the old-fashioned forums. Sancho's through here. Sancho, and they've won a penalty, and it's a chance for... Is it Royce? Probably. He's blonde. It is Royce to get a second, and he scored. I've not seen a penalty missed yet, actually. But Haaland is very, very efficient with his penalties. Always puts them in the corner. So maybe that's why I haven't seen one missed. It's not a bad first half of Champions League football for us, though, is it? I'm expecting to concede goals against DC. Oh, it's 3. Header this time. Alcacer. It's Alcacer, isn't it? What are we going on about? I don't really know. I'm kind of out the loop with real-life footballers. Doing old Regen Rovers last season. I forget the pronunciations of players. Cautiously, calmly going to say unlucky. We're away from home. We're expected to lose. This will be our first loss of the season. I'm tempted to try 3 up front because this attacking midfielder just isn't working for us. So what I'm tempted to do is play Haaland in the middle as a target man and bring on Prevlak, who scored in the last game, the last league game, his first goal of the season. He's a pressing forward. Bosnian international, has got 1 cap for Bosnia. Not a bad looking player for us anyway. So I'm tempted to try this. We don't have a link between the midfield and the attack, really. I mean, we've got box-to-box midfielder. Carolero shuttles it around. But that role just isn't working. Minamino, I'm not getting the best out of him. It's a real shame because he's a high earner at the club. He's obviously a quality player, dribbling, flair. It's just not. I just thought maybe playing him behind striker with that free role, which I've given him. I've given him a few play instructions. I've tried to tweak things. It's just not worked for him in that position, which is very frustrating. I could just play one winger, an asymmetric formation, but I think that would be a bit weird. But it possibly could work. Maybe I need to give it a go. Anyway, let's try 3 up front in this second half, with our 2 pressing forwards and Haaland as the target man. Here he is, linking up play. Oh, it's a great ball over to Hee-chan, but he's 1-on-1 and it's blocked. He should have crossed it in. Half an hour to go. Wöber to Romalo. Wöber. Decent cross in. Haaland! First Champions League goal for him. Great header. Our top goal scorer is on fire, just like in real life. I mean, he's scored in every Champions League game so far this season, hasn't he? He's the top goal scorer in the competition in real life. And he's scored in this already. Oh, that's brilliant. I love it. I mean, he's great at heading. He's a beast. He's an absolute monster. I've said that 2 or 3 times already this series. But he is. And we're back in this game. It's 3-2. Look at us playing out from the back. Ongwene, our centre-back, knocks it long. Not really entirely sure who he was trying to find there. Faber's one of our goal scorers, but he's absolutely knackered. I'm going to bring Ulmer on. I might change Hee-chan to being a support pressing forward. Janizovic is also pretty tired, but I'm going to leave him on, and on a yellow. I'll risk it. Let's go attacking. Let's push forward, get creative. I'm going to knock it long. I'm going to take long kicks. Let's push Dominic forward. So he can play in this role, but he'd rather play central midfield. I think in real life he's probably been played attacking midfield, which is why people are saying play him attacking midfield, but he doesn't quite suit the role on Football Manager. We're going to go with this. We're really pushing forwards. It's not going to happen, is it? It's more likely to be a fourth for them. It's over the bar. Very attacking. We're going for the last couple of minutes. It's a bit like real life. Salzburg have really shown that they can score goals. We've got some quality. We can play some nice pressing, gegenpress football. But in the end, it's just not quite good enough against the top team. And Dortmund, in the end, win the game thanks to 3 goals in the first half. But it's good to get Haaland off the mark in the Champions League. It's okay. It's our first defeat of the season. I'm going to say I'm pleased. Got to keep the morale up. Got a second match for you today. Don't worry. Not leaving you yet. We're taking on Vartana Sportgemeinschaft Tirol. I do love German words. German sounding words. They're just... they're so much fun. I did German for 2 years at school, year 8 and 9, so between the age of 13 and 14, basically. I just love the words. Naturwissenschaften. Excellent. Obviously, English is a Germanic language. It does derive from German, but German, something about it. Love it. I wish I'd done it GCSE instead of French, to be honest. I can't remember French. The German stuck with me, some of the words. Anyway, I've changed things up, as you can see. Hopefully you can see. I've gone 3 up front. We're playing Minamino up front as a pressing forward with Haaland in the middle and Hee-chan on the left. We'll give this a go. Dominic has moved forwards as an advanced playmaker in attacking role. It does mean this area of the pitch is highly negative influence, apparently. But I don't think it matters so much in the league. We're going to give it a go. Here we go then. So let's have a look at the opposition team. Dedic up front. Oh, Slovenian international. Yeah, I know this chap. There's a lot of players in this league that have like 11, 12, 13 on a lot of things. There's not much above. And this chap, there's nothing above 14. Oh, 16 free kicks. Oh, we're going to concede against him, aren't we? 16 on free kicks, guaranteed. They've got quite an elderly team, this opposition. What they called? Tirol. Let's go for that. I've also changed it from positive to attacking. So I'm really going for it. I need to experiment. I know we've won every single Premier League, Bundesliga game so far, but it's all about trying to work out what works best. Still haven't done anything with corners or free kicks. I've done the set piece takers, but I've not fiddled around with the instructions or anything like that. Here we go then. First highlight of this game. And here's Dominic. Nice play. Christensen crosses it in. Haaland already. Ninth goal of the season. That worked wonderfully. It's all about trying to take advantage of the flaws with the match engine at this point. By match engine, I mean, the behind the scenes, the coding behind it, not the graphics engine. I really like the updates to the graphics engine. I think it's more fluid. I think it looks cleaner, fresh. Really, it's better. But obviously, I've explained the flaws so far with the actual match engine. And hopefully, I'm praying that they really do fix it. It's crossed in again. It's cleared as far as Ramallo, who gets on the end of it. Christensen crosses it in again. Hechan is headed away as far as Voba. Oh, what a goal from Junozovic, or however it's pronounced. Somebody did tell me. I probably still might. I think it's Junozovic. We'll go with that. Zlatko Junozovic. I think that's probably the best one we've seen so far. Long range goals. They're beautiful on this game. What a strike. Look at us pressing. Winning it back with Hechan. 15 minutes in, we're already 2-0 up, and it could be a third. Dominic just fires it wide. It's all about shooting on sight. Have I actually got shoot on sight? Yeah, I do. I clicked it a few games ago, and why not? Might as well. Here's Ramallo. Junozovic. Voba. All the way over to Christensen. Our wingbacks love to bomb forward. It's crossed in, and Haaland gets his 10th goal of the season, his second of the game. Oh, what a striker this guy is. And if he could score one-on-ones, he'd probably have about 20 goals. I'm just telling my wing-backs to get to the byline, cross it in to the target man. I've actually put those instructions on them, and it seems to be working. Here he is again. To Christensen. Trying to find Hechan. It's back to Ramallo. I like that he's the half-back dropping into the defence now, because the wing-backs get so far forward. I think that makes sense. Here's Christensen. To Dominic. It's blocked. Christensen. That would have been an insane goal. The speed it came at him, and he just walloped it on target. Unbelievable. Here's Ramallo. That's blocked. We've had 19 shots to their 0. Dominant display in the league. We could win every single game in the league, I think, at this rate. Here's Ramallo. To Dominic. Christensen. Crosses it. Headed away. Dominic again. Oh, he's gone for another one as Junozovic. Half-time 3-0. Comfortable. Junozovic is after this one. I don't know what this highlight was, but I think it must have been a free kick or something. What was that? Why is that a key highlight? Corner. Junozovic, the back post. Oh, look at his hat-trick, Haaland. We do seem to be hitting all the corners to the back post, even though they've not told us to do that. I don't know if my assistant has taken control of the set pieces, and that's what he suggested. We've had 39 shots, so they've had 0. But they've somehow had 57% possession. We really aren't a possession-based team. I mean, are they possession-based in real life? I feel like they play really fluid and quick football. They're really good in possession, but it's not about holding on to possession. They just move up the pitch really quickly, and their passing is unbelievably slick. If you've seen them in the Champions League this season, they are a joy to watch. They're probably not going to qualify from their group, but they really are a joy to watch. Anyway, this seems to be a long old highlight. It's not long. Is this going to be the first chance? It's a one-on-one, and it's tipped over the bar, of course. That's the first clear-cut chance of the game, strangely. Right, I'm going to change the wing backs because they both get absolutely knackered with the style of play that we play. And up front, I'm going to bring on Prevcha. I'm leaving Minamino on. He's definitely played better in that role. He's got a better average rating today, but he's not actually done anything that we've seen anyway. Here come Tyrrell again. They want a goal back, but Dominic steps in. He's found Minamino, and he's had the shot, and he scores his first goal of the season. I'm so pleased for him. He's just not worked for him in the attacking midfield role. But 3 up front, I do like 3 up front tactics. They can be a lot of fun at times. It's a nice finish. The keeper did get hands to it, but just not quite enough in the end. Here's Ramallo, crossing it, headed away. Junozovic into Ulma. Ulma has the shot. This shoot on sight thing, it's why we've had 41 shots, I suppose. Only 12 of them on target, but just smash them. Go for it, lads. Get some more goals. Lovely ball from Vargas to Ulma. One wing back to the other. Haaland, of course, on a hat-trick. That's not long. Easily mopped up by Ongweni. Back to Stankovic. Up the pitch to Junuzovic, out wide to Ulmer. Into Dominic. This is nice play, patient play from us. Delightful ball out wide again. Ulmer to Junuzovic. Romalo. Dominic. Wonderful football. Come on, a goal was deserved and we get it with Prevlak. Gets his second goal in 2 games in the league. It's a delightful finish, but build-up play. That is the best build-up play we've seen so far. It wasn't a one-on-one situation. You know, it was a goal inside the box, but as you can see, we've seen goals like this. I don't know if it's gone down as a clear-cut chance. Probably not. No, it hasn't. We've still not had a clear-cut chance, but we've scored 5 goals in this game. You know, the game against Mainz, 8 clear-cut chances. I think we scored 1 of them because it was a penalty, but all the others were missed. All the other goals that we scored were non-clear-cut chances. We're looking for a 6th at the death here. Ulmer crosses it in. Minamino headed away as far as Farkas, and Dominic smashes it over the bar. Ironically, the team that had the clear-cut chance was Tyrol, who only had 2 shots in the entirety of this game. That was a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this win. It's nice to have a fairly easy start to life on Football Manager, any new game, just to get used to it. And obviously we're having an easy start. The Champions League is the real tough challenge for this particular season. It's also a good series for you guys to get to know the game, get to see things, get to see the flaws for the time being. But I will reiterate, it is the beta. Hopefully it should be fixed. I mean, everyone's having this issue. They haven't already fixed it on one of the alpha things they're working on, ready to release a patch, then I don't know what they're doing, because that really does need to be sorted. I don't think we've scored a single clear-cut chance other than penalties. That is worrying. Anyway, next few games. I will show the Barcelona game, so you won't have to wait long before the next episode. And then after that, I guess I'll show one of the Atlanta games, and then maybe the last Barcelona game as well. You'll get to see 2 thrashings. It's not all plain sailing for Red Bull Salzburg this season. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. If you are new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, then please hit that subscribe button. It'd be much appreciated. And just to remind you, if you haven't pre-ordered FM20 yet, you can play it now. You can play the beta now. If you click on the links in the description below, then you can purchase the game using my discount code. Until next time, enjoy FM20. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.